welcome to the first episode of Reasons Why I Love Velvet Ghost. Velvet Ghost, aka Gabriella Linley, a vlogger slash YouTuber. She's originally from Thurgoland in Sheffield. She got very big on Instagram and some of her followers were like, oh, can you do this makeup look in a video? That's initially why she started YouTube. So she did health and beauty kind of videos and lifestyle. And then as her YouTube channel grew, she started doing more homeware, lifestyle and beauty. She's got a combined subscriber count of over 1,433,000. She's doing pretty well for herself. She uploads onto her main channel 3 times a week. She vlogs when she wants to, and when she's got enough footage to make a decent video, she uploads it. Annually, you'll find her daily vlogging in December for Vlogmas. She's by far my favourite YouTuber, and here are some of the reasons why. Reason number 1 would be I love how relatable she is. As I said before, she's not like your stereotypical beauty blogger, how they're always perfect, a full face of makeup on 24/7. Gabby is real and she doesn't hide when she's having a bad day. She's very vocal and open about her mental health on social media, and I think that's really important to show her large social media following, especially when she's got younger viewers, that it's alright not to be okay 100% of the time. In her vlog titled Why I Hate My iPhone, she opens the video with no makeup on, explaining how
this idiot decided that was a good time to book in personal training. Currently hating my life decisions.
I love how she doesn't pretend to be anything she's not, and she openly admits that she's
probably going to go to bed when I get back.
She naps and she's got multiple health conditions, and she talks about it openly. So if any of her viewers watching can relate to that, that'll help them, which I think is really good. She just makes humour out of some of the bad things that happen in her life, which I think is really, on the whole, a positive thing. Another reason why I love Gabby is the relationship he has with Jane, her mum. They're best friends, and I just think it's really cute. I find it amusing how she calls her mum Jane as opposed to mum. I just think it's really cute. It's like a banter that they've got going on between them. Jane is actually employed by Gabby as like an accountant, because Gabby found it really difficult because she didn't understand how the money side of things worked. So instead of just asking her mum to help her or employing someone to help her with it, she employed her mum, which means that she gets to spend more time with her mum and she gets help at the same time, which I think is a brilliant idea. And how can I not mention the accent? The Sheffield accent is so funny. Like, compared to the people that she hangs around with and that she lives near down south in Brighton and London, it's like she's so different, and everyone always comments on it, making fun of the way she says certain things, and I just love her accent so much. One of the things she's well known for is her incredible singing voice. She has several covers online. She's classically trained in opera and currently does singing lessons back in Sheffield. She's just so incredible at singing.
'Cause if you're gonna love me, leave me hanging here, then I'd rather you leave me lonely. You're the light, you're the night, you're the color of my blood. You're the cure, you're the pain, you're the only thing I wanna touch. We found Wonderland, you and I got lost in it. I'm ready to forgive you, but forgetting is a harder fight. Little do you know I need a little more time.
Do you see what I mean? She's just got the most beautiful voice. It's almost angelic. I absolutely love it. Now, they are just some of the reasons why I love Velvet Ghost. Don't forget to keep your eyes peeled for next week's podcast, episode 2 of Reasons Why I Love Velvet Ghost.
Hey everybody, this is Dami in with Chris on the Cat Radio.
Well, first of all, Dami, so welcome back to the Cat Radio UK. So we've missed you.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
Of course, of course, of course. So first of all, you are like the busiest person in the music industry. I mean, you never stop.
Well, you gotta keep going while you can.
You definitely can, and I'm sure you'll keep going for years. I mean, since we last spoke, Dami, I mean, like I said, you was embarking on your Yesterday Once More tour. I mean, 46 dates. That's crazy. I mean, what was that like for you?
It was amazing, really. It was my very first headlining tour, and to, perform a full show night after night and, in all the different locations, meeting all my fans, I just really enjoyed it. And I feel like I really learnt so much from it, about how to perform and how to connect with the audience, what I like musically, what I don't like, everything. It was an amazing experience.
Amazing. I mean, 46 days. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you must have really worked up kind of an appetite for music, and it just must have been amazing.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's what I've always wanted to do, perform and sell out shows and have people appreciate my music. And it was just, all of that. So I was, really thankful.
Good. And you had your mum Helen join you as well with some shows, is that right?
Yeah, it was just before Mother's Day, and I asked my mum if she would like to come and sing with me.
Can you imagine if she would have said no?
No. Well, I knew she was going to say yes, but she was a bit like, I knew she really wanted to do it, but she was like, are you going to pay me? I think she didn't want to sound too, I don't know, like cheap or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know what mums are like. I caught some footage on YouTube of you both singing, and her voice is different to yours, but your voices together are truly beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, she's classically trained, so it's a different style to how I sing, but we made, surely there were such great memories for both of us.
Yeah, once in a lifetime.
Yeah, definitely. She just kept on telling everybody, all her friends, because we'd performed on television as well.
Yes, I've caught up.
Everyone, and then she couldn't sleep the night before because she was so excited. It was amazing.
A proper mother-daughter moment to share.
Yes.
Of course. Well, I mean, like I said, you've been busy. You've just come back from the Philippines as well with Compassion Australia. I mean, what was that like?
This was my third trip with Compassion. Every time I go, it's different. Like, it's just, watching these families live in such difficult conditions. It's like, I don't know, it makes me think so many different things, and, how ungrateful I can be sometimes, even though I have everything I need. But, it was definitely really good to go there and, really think about what actually matters. And, sponsoring kids, like, it really, for me, it's a small thing I do, but for them, it brings them a sense of hope and a future that they otherwise wouldn't have. So, it was so great and helped me to sort of stay grounded and remember what this is all about,
Yeah, of course, and giving back. And obviously, Noah went with you as well. I saw the picture with a little kid called Rodney as well. Yeah,
so we met Rodney and his family. He's only 3 years old, and we decided to sponsor him as well. Yeah, it was amazing. We actually went back to their house after we decided to sponsor, and we bought some gifts, like clothing for the kids there. He's got 2 brothers, and then we left. After a little bit, the brothers actually came running to us, and they brought us a gift from them, and it was a live chicken.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like, that's, what for them.
That's their gift, yeah, of course.
They wanted to give something back, and they gave us the best. And obviously we couldn't.
No, of course.
Couldn't bring it back to Australia. But, that's just
that's the sentiment.
Kind of thing that they would do. They want to give back as well.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. And nice for you to be able to give back in that way as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Dami, we have to talk about your upcoming album, I Hear a Song. I mean, it's out on the 23rd of March. It's your 4th album. I mean, I'm so excited. I mean, I bet you're so excited as well. I mean, what's the journey been like creating this album?
It's the first album to come after Eurovision and my tour and all of that. I just thought it was time for me as an artist to sort of go and play music that I really relate with and something that's truly myself. And I guess before the public came to know me through, X Factor and Eurovision, all of that, I play jazz and sing standards and that type of music that I used to do. And I play piano much longer than I started singing. So, this album is where I said, well, I'm going to try and steer it that direction back to my root. And, yes, it took some courage and it's different to what I've done before. But, what happened? And I guess I'm quite proud of it as well.
Well, I've been lucky enough to listen to a couple of songs on the album, and for me, because obviously there's some covers on the album, there's 2 original tracks on the album as well, but even though they're covers, you still make them your own, which I think many people can't do.
Oh, thank you. For me, in the jazz world, if you think about the very, classic jazz singers like Ella Fitzgerald or Sarah Vaughan, all of them, there's no such thing as covers. They don't sing originals. They just sing songs that were pre-existing, but they sing them, interpret them in their own style, and nobody really thinks, oh, she's singing a cover. They just think, oh, it's Ella Fitzgerald. So I guess for me, I don't want to do just covers for the rest of my life, obviously, but in the jazz world, I can do that, because they're not really considered. It's not the same thing. It's like that I'm singing standards. And I guess, I would have, I'm really happy with the originals, but also the standards really helped me go back to my roots, I think.
But I think you've probably made the originals a bit better, I would say. That dammy glitter is all over them. That's all I can say.
Oh, thank you.
Need that dammy glitter, you need it. As well with this, you're going on tour as well. So your tour kicks off on the 19th of April. You start off in Melbourne and then you continue to Brisbane and Sydney. Is this tour going to be a little bit different from the last one?
Well, this is the tour for the new album and this new kind of musical sound that I'm trying to, express through this music. And there'll be really intimate, small jazz kind of shows, like they're like little jazz clubs. Very limited seats and small intimate band. And that's the idea, was to really just have this special intimate boutique, if you like.
Your fans, the Dammy Army, they're such beautiful people. I see them as a community. I speak to them quite a lot because I would like to say I'm part of the Dammy Army as well, because I pre-ordered your album with the Notebook. That's going to be on its way to the UK. As soon as I saw the Notebook, I was like, I need a Dammy Notebook in my life.
Oh, amazing.
That's going to be on its way. But your fans and the Dammy Army, they've supported you throughout the whole journey. What does their support mean to you?
I can't stress enough, how lucky I am to have such strong, loyal and supportive fans, Not many artists have that, and I do, and and that makes me feel really good. I'm so proud, and I just feel like, as an artist, I just hope to give them something that they can be proud of. And I guess they're spending a lot of time and, they're doing life with me in a way. So I want this, experience for them to be quite meaningful, in time.
Well, it is meaningful. I think they are kind of on the journey with you, which is lovely.
Yeah. It's more fun, It's not. I feel like it's not just by myself, but I'm doing it with the fans. So.
Well, I asked, basically, obviously, before I've done this interview, I put the question out there to see if any of the Dammy Army wanted to ask you a couple of questions. And of course they did. So do you mind if I ask you a couple of the questions they've put forward?
Oh, of course.
Amazing. Tranimal asked, after the I Hear a Song tour, will you tour the album overseas?
Well, for me, that's a great question. I think, going overseas is definitely something I dream of doing.
You need to come back to the UK.
Yeah, I'd love to.
We need you back in the UK. Intimate gig, that's what we need. I'll set it up for you, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We'll sort it. We'll sort it, don't worry.
All right, well, I depend on you for that. Holding on to your words. Wearing
my Dammy Army t-shirt, everyone will know.
Yes, bring the Notebook. But to answer the question, it's definitely something that I always think about. Nothing specific as of yet, but I'm working towards it. And for me, before I go overseas and take over the world, I need to have the right music and have the right, have these songs under my belt. And that music will kind of speak for itself, and, it will take me overseas rather than I'm taking my music overseas. Like, the music needs to happen first. So, yeah.
Of course, which you're doing very well. And Jerry asked, will you be performing at the opening of the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games again?
Ooh. Yeah. I'm performing the day after. I'm doing my own show in Gold Coast, so that all the people at the games can come and have a party.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Mum's the word. And also, Jan wanted to know, what's going to be your concept for the next album?
Oh my God, hang on. I haven't released this album yet.
They want more, Dammy. They want more albums.
Oh, gosh. Give me a break.
You need to rest. Rest.
I mean, I've got ideas, I've got thoughts, and, definitely lots of thoughts about what I'm going to do next. But, yeah, nothing concrete and nothing I should say, because, it might change tomorrow.
Of course, yeah, of course, like a soundtrack. Yeah, and Anthony asked as well, Anthony asked, how do you achieve such beautiful vocals?
Oh, that's a lovely question.
It is, I thought that. I wish I would have asked that myself.
Beautiful vocals. Oh, I guess Mama gave it to me.
Beautiful answer. Beautiful.
Yeah.
There you go. Mum's a word.
God
and then
bless me with a
She did. She did. She did. Even on this album, there's going to be fabulous tracks. I mean, even like the original track, I Hear a Song. I mean, the sound you've created now in 2018 is fabulous. I mean, how was it creating that sound?
I just love it when my songs actually, mean something to people's lives, and, it hopefully will bring back nice memories, or, not so nice memories as well, but, like soundtrack to someone's life. Like, that's something really special. And I guess I Hear a Song, I wrote that with Rick Price, who produced my album, and, we wrote it in my house. We started it in Brisbane, and then we recorded it. We finished it in Nashville and recorded it there. So, I hope, people, it'll be a soundtrack to some people's lives as well.
Stephen Hammond has been removed from the role of Tory Vice Chairman by the Prime Minister due to the Conservatives claiming to have taken back control of Brexit. The vote over the final withdrawal deal was approved last night, with Hammond saying he couldn't back the legislation.
I had told the government that this is what I intended to do unless we got the concessions I was looking for, and therefore, I'm afraid, with a heavy heart, I voted against the government.
A major rise in England households have been listed as homeless. Between the months of June through to September, there has been a 6% increase from the previous period of March through to May. Also in September, 79,000 homes were listed as temporary accommodation. In sport, Formula 1 driver Lewis Hamilton says that McLaren will have Renault engines, and then we may see 4 teams fighting for the championship in the new year of 2018. Hamilton and Fernando Alonso could therefore be joining Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen in 2018. Hamilton says that this would be amazing if all 4 men are contending in the same season. In media news, a major part of 21st Century Fox has been bought by Disney for over $52 billion. Taking 2 of the biggest Hollywood companies and putting them together will possibly reshape the media and entertainment industries. The weather today in Warrington is mostly cloudy, with showers occurring later on in the afternoon around about 4 o'clock and in the evening around about 10 o'clock. The daytime high today is 6 degrees. I'm Max Rushton and it is now midday. That is the sound of 800 people performing at the Okinawa World Karate Tournament in 2009. And now, almost 1 decade later, karate will be appearing for the first time in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. To understand more about karate and the differences between the two fighting styles of kumite and kata, I went to go and speak to Steve Carless, who is the chief instructor and owner of Warsal Dojo.
Kumite is basically facing an opponent, and you would see it as fighting. And kata is the performance element where you perform it individually. You see a lot more sort of athletic performance in movement in kata that you perhaps don't see in kumite.
Kumite is being introduced into Tokyo 2020 this year, but the kata is not. Do you know why that is?
That's actually incorrect. There was some discussion in the first place about kumite only. The latest knowledge that I have anyway is 40 male participants and 40 female participants. 30 of the 40 are in kumite and 10 are in kata. The only reason there's 30 compared to 10 is in kumite you have weight categories, and obviously kata there's no weight categories required, so it's just a performance element.
Now, a lot of people actually thought that karate was already in the Olympics, but it turns out that it was judo and taekwondo that people were getting confused about. Can you tell me some of the major differences between the three fighting styles, so judo, taekwondo and karate?
Yeah, judo is basically throwing techniques to the naked eye, and karate is more kicking, punching, striking arts. Taekwondo is sort of, there is no real head punches, it's kicking art. Karate will be more all-encompassing. You'll see a lot more punches, you'll see a lot more throws. And what you don't have in the other two as well is the kata element, the performance element, which to a lot of people is quite exciting.
I've heard that some traditionalists of karate believe that it's a pure martial art, and possibly adding it into the Olympics will remove some of its purity. What are your opinions on that?
I think karate can be everything to everybody. At the moment, karate is a sport. And going to the Olympics will only make that side stronger. It won't give the traditional side any benefits whatsoever, but it doesn't mean to say that they can't exist. The traditionalists can exist. I'm a traditionalist myself, but I do have a love of the sports side as well.
Do you think it's important for karate to be introduced in Tokyo, especially because it's where it originated from?
Yeah, it's been held at the Budokan, which has a special place in the history of karate, which many famous karate tournaments have been held there. And possibly if it wasn't being held in Tokyo, it probably wouldn't have got accepted. So I think it's down to karate now and for everybody to try and make such a great spectacle, because there's no guarantee at the moment that it goes forward to 2024.
Do you know of any competitors who need to be sort of looked out for in Tokyo 2020?
The top guys in the world, you need to look out for a gentleman called Araga from Japan. He's a top fighter. Rafael Agaev from Azerbaijan. They're the top two men. There's a really dominant Japanese lady at the moment, Akisa. She's in the heavyweight ladies. And generally the people at the top of the tree. In the kata, it will be dominated by Japanese because they do dominate kata at this point in time.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Steve.
Okay, you're welcome, Max.
Yeah, by the way, you've got pieces of paper in front of you. You may want to use them for the quiz. You got a pen?
Oh, I've been ripping mine.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So the winner of this week gets to select their manager to, well, manage this bunch of players. Are you ready, guys?
Aye.
So the first question. Man City beat Arsenal in the League Cup final. How many times has Arsene Wenger won the competition?
5. 4.
None. You're both wrong.
What? He's never won the League Cup?
He won the League Cup.
What?
It's mad, isn't it?
Wow.
Thought you would have got that. Neymar is out for 6 weeks after undergoing surgery. What injury
metatarsal
did he suffer?
Broken,
apparently.
Something cruciate. Just say keywords. Metatarsal. It's something to do with his metatarsal.
I'll give him it. It's a fracture metatarsal.
I can't believe it's only 6 weeks. When Rooney happened, it was 3 months.
This Barcelona doctor's out demand. Mate, I'm not good at it.
How are you not sure about this?
That's concerning. Like I said, I can only see the player's number. I just go by the build. That's why I get Lingard and Sanchez mixed up. And I know Sanchez is 7.
I'll give it 5 seconds before Josh can buzz in.
I know it's not, but we go for Matic.
No.
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw. I said it twice. I said, are you sure?
No, yeah, but I'm not going to pay attention to that. He's going to batter me about 15 points for this. All because I don't pay attention to kit numbers. I'm start buying programs.
Josh, number 58.
Number 58 is Ben Woodburn.
Oh, this is not even. This is bang over order. What's happening here?
Josh, number 26.
He's had all mine right and all his right.
26.
Yeah, I'll give you 15 seconds. 14.
Yeah, where's your program knowledge?
26.
Five,
Oh,
four,
it's
three.
Andy Robertson.
There you go. Didn't even need a clue.
He did, obviously did. I've not been listening to you anyway.
Yeah, Josh, who are you putting as the manager of the Student Football Perspective XI?
Well, I'm going to put Phil Neville in for Bants. You know, because it was kind of like
I was going to put Phil Neville in.
an appointment which many people shook their heads at. But I'm going to put his predecessor in, Mark Sampson.
Oh, right.
Going to put him in. What a guy.
See, he gets to this point in the show. I think you don't take this show quite as serious as what I do.